Flat collar conditioning part 1.
Very good. Good job.
Lots of people are bitten by dogs every year due to grabbing their dog's collar.
Good boy. Good job. Nice. Good boy. Very good.
So making the dog comfortable with their collar being touched and handled is a big deal.
Good boy. Good boy. Nice. You didn't find out
Grabbing a
yourself.
dog's collar is frightening for them.
Yeah.
So of course, they will react out of fear.
Good boy. Very good. Nice.
As a part of the
Good
Pet Dog
job.
Ambassador program, one of the requirements is for the dog to be held by the collar. The stipulation is to only hold it from the side or
Good boy,
under,
Dango.
never
Very
over the
good.
head.
Nice. Good boy.
Flat collar conditioning part 2.
Boy. Good boy. Very good. Nice.
As seen in
Good
part 1, I begin doing this by stroking and massaging the neck area.
collar.
And clicking and treating as soon as I stop.
Good. Good boy. Now play that collar.
Once the dog is comfortable with this, I begin to touch it lightly. Then, as can be seen now with Diesel, I add in the collar cue whilst holding the collar for a few seconds. Then once the dog is comfortable with this, I then begin cueing collar and moving the collar around the neck slowly and gently. And then hold it again to keep changing the handling of the collar, as well as still stroking and massaging around the collar.
Boy, very good. Nice.
Flat collar conditioning part 3. Now that we have been holding the collar and rotating it, and the dog is comfortable with the behavior and the touch, we can now look to increase duration.
Collar.
I ask her if she is ready first, and then cue collar so as not to startle her.
You ready?
Although my dogs have all been conditioned to this behavior from puppies, I always ask if they are ready and cue collar.
Yeah. Very good.
I especially do this when it is not a training session to proof the behavior in any scenario. We have also done this at both the vets and groomers for their handling skills.
Job, nice.
This is why proofing behaviors in different environments is so important. Flat collar conditioning part 4.
Ready?
Now that we have gone through all of the previous steps, we are now changing each step to make it more random and less predictable.
Ready? Collar. Good boy. Very good.
I now move to unclipping the collar and taking it off.
Collar. Good job. Nice.
Although the collar is off when I stroke the neck area, I still cue collar to reinforce, as this is the same area as the collar.
Boy, very good. Very good.
This also helps with preparing them for the collar coming back on. Again, some dogs can find this aversive depending on their experiences.
Good boy.
Even though they have all been conditioned to this behavior from puppies, we still regularly practice this behavior.
Nice.